Hi, my name is Noah Gift, and I'm going to cover how to deploy a Hugging Face space application using continuous delivery, a true MLOps workflow. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at this application of a Hugging Face MLOps workflow. First up, I'm going to go to Hugging Face, and I'm going to require a authenticated account so that I can have a token here. Once I have this token, I'm going to go over to GitHub and I'm going to launch a GitHub Codespace so I can develop my application locally. Then once I've developed it, I'll programmatically push it using GitHub Actions. This will be able to use a Hugging Face model that it was actually able to pull from Hugging Face. It'll go into Hugging Face Spaces and use a technology called Gradio. I'll build out an app, and then I'll be able to do text summarization using that application. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're in Hugging Face, and the first thing to do is to make sure you have an account. So go ahead and create an account at Hugging Face, and then I'll give you a brief overview. We have models, datasets, spaces, docs, solutions, pricing. Really what we care about is models here and spaces. We click on models, you can see there's many different things that you can do. And this is one of the powerful things about this platform. There's 45 or 47,000 models. If we go to spaces, this is where you would go ahead and host your ML app. And even further, we can actually do this via continuous delivery. So first up, what I would do is I would create a new space, and I'm going to call this demo 2. And inside of here, we can put some kind of a license like Creative Commons, and then I would select Gradio as my solution for serving out the MLOps application, and I'll go ahead and say create space. At this point, it's pretty straightforward. All I need to do is clone this repo and start working on it somewhere else. So my favorite place to work is the GitHub Codespaces environment. And later I'm going to push this using GitHub Codespaces. So let's go ahead and head over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say new repo, and we'll go ahead and call this Hugging Face Demo 2. And I will go ahead and just add a README file, put a Python git ignore here, and Creative Commons as well. There we go, create the repo. Now, what's great about my environment here is that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on code, and I'm going to enable a different environment called create Codespaces. And so what Codespaces will allow me to do is Codespaces will actually let me select a larger environment. So this is handy for machine learning. Look at this, 16 core, 32 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. Let's go ahead and select that, and let's go ahead and launch it inside of this environment. Now, next, all I really need to do here is build out a scaffold for a project. This is something I recommend in any project, is to build out a structure for it so you can get started. Make this a little bit bigger. So the first part that I would build out would be that I would create a virtual environment. And this is a helpful thing to do for our project, virtual env. Here we go. And then next up, what I will do is I will edit my bashrc file here. And this bashrc file at the very bottom, I'll just source things. So I'll say source tilde dot venv bin activate. And now every time I open up a shell, it will have a virtual environment. Great, we got that working. And then I'll create a requirements file. I'll also create a app.py, and I'll also go ahead and create a makefile as well. There we go. This looks pretty good. And because I've already done some of this stuff earlier, I'm just going to copy this inside. And so I'm going to take a makefile here, and I'm going to paste some things inside. Really, the big takeaway for the makefile is that it's a nice way to deal with dependencies. And then I'll also go through here and I'll put in a requirements file, which will have the requirements that I need for my project. The main ones to be aware of is Gradio, also the transformers, and in my case, I prefer to use TensorFlow, so I'll go ahead and use TensorFlow. Next up, what I will do is put my application code inside of here. And in this case, this application will use the transformers, which allows me to load any model from TensorFlow. We'll also use Gradio, which will be the user interface. I'll go ahead and make my model right here. I'll have a predict function. In this case, it'll grab the output from the model and it will summarize the text. And I use this piece of code here with gr.blocks as demo. And I go through here and I create a text block, and then I launch my interface. So only a few lines of code to make a full working application that summarizes text. How do I get this working? I'll just say make install. There we go. And once I go ahead and I do a make install, this will allow me to use the super powerful environment I have, which is again why I like Codespaces. I like developing in the cloud in general because I can pick very powerful machines to work with temporarily. All right, so we're able to get that answer. It's able to summarize the text into just a few sentences, and it looks logical to me. Now, this is great because this is something I can play around with, but for me, MLOps is about getting it into production. So in order to do this, we'll need to do a couple other steps. First, we'll have to go over to Hugging Face, and we'll go over to your profile in this case, and you can see that this is my profile, and then I want to go to the settings. And once I go to settings, I can create access tokens. I'll want to create a new access token right here, and it'll be a read and write token. This would be for doing GitHub actions deploy, just like that. And then this will go through here and deploy a token. In this case, there we go. I can grab that token and I can copy it. And then all I would need to do is go back to this application and go over to repository and go to settings and go to secrets. And I would create a secret right here for actions, and we'll say there's no secrets yet, so we'll go ahead and do this, and I would paste that in there. So I'm going to first call this HG, Hugging Face, paste the secret in here, add the secret. Now that's all I need to do to get the deploy working other than editing an action. So next, I'll go ahead and create an action right here, and let's go ahead and set up a workflow ourselves. And what I'll do is, since I already have a working actions, I will go through here and take my main file here, and I will go ahead and paste it in. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, and let's paste this in right here. And if we go through here, we can see that all this looks good. And what it's going to do is going to take that secret, and it's going to do a get remote add space right here. And it's going to push this. In this case, this would be to demo 2, and then this one would be to demo 2 as well. So this would just need to match whatever your code space is inside of Hugging Face. And then you would just go ahead and commit that. And once you've committed it, then it's basically ready to go, and it'll start synchronizing remotely. So that's really the steps necessary to push this out. So I've already got a version of this working. So let's go ahead and go over to a working version, and let's take a look at it. This is this Hugging Face repo. It's got all the things we talked about. One thing I did not mention that is important is if you go back to Hugging Face here and you go to your spaces, which is here, notice that this has to have an application file. And so it's important to make sure that you also have some information inside of your Hugging Face environment. And so what I would first start with is this get clone. And notice the difference here is that this one is now working. Everything's ready. You can see all the different files. And this README file in particular, it has this structure. So you must have this structure inside so that you can configure your application. Once you've got all that working, then every time you make a change, it'll go ahead and push that into production. And you can even put a GitHub Actions badge right here that shows you exactly what's occurring. So let's go back to Hugging Face, and I'm going to go to my profile. I'm going to select it. You'll see that there's the original space and then the space that does continuous delivery. For the space that does continuous delivery, I'll go ahead and click it, and you'll see that I can enter blocks of text inside of here. So again, I can go ahead and grab this text, go ahead and put it inside, and then it will be working inside of the Hugging Face interface. So it's a fully deployed application that I can share with other people, and you can actually see this thing running. When it's finished, you'll see the output right here. That'll show me that it's actually working successfully. So I could go and do this to any other model that exists on their platform. Again, I could do auto classification, token, speech recognition, whatever it is I want to do, all through this Spaces interface.